Hey, what's up, guys? It's Mr. Wash. Guys, Sparking Zero, the full roster is out. I know you guys have already seen it, but I just cannot wait for this game to come out, guys. This is like a dream come true. Who would have guessed we'll actually be getting another Tenkaichi game? Like, this is insane, and it's so close, man. I've already pre-ordered this game. I can't wait. I already took off from work. I know you guys gotta take off from work. It's Sparking Zero. For me, it comes out at 6 p.m. EST. I'm not sure what it comes out for you guys, but I swear, 6 p.m. I'm on this shit. I'm gonna be streaming. I'm gonna be playing the game. I don't give a fuck. I'm gonna be on this game. But anyway, with all that out of the way, I wanted to make my own personal tier list of the Dragon Ball games that I have played in the past. As you guys know, Dragon Ball is very important to me. It's been, a part of me ever since I was a kid. Little known fact, the very first episode that I ever watched from Dragon Ball was the filler arc when Krillin, Bulma, and Gohan got raided, I think in space or whatnot, and I had to explain to my mom that Bulma being naked was just part of the show for at the time. So let's just say I didn't get to watch Dragon Ball for a little bit after that, but I still got to watch it in the end, and I got to be a part of this amazing series, man. And let's get into this tier list anyway. I'm yapping, sorry, I'm getting old. So I already cut it up into the games that I haven't played. Sorry guys, it's not going to be a 100% complete list because I have not had the pleasure of playing these games. Some of these are just like Japanese exclusives, some of them are just too old, and some of them just didn't really have any interest in. Like, there's one that I won't even be able to play, Zenkai Battle. That's like an arcade game, I'm pretty sure, in like Japan. Some of these are just been made in Japan or just in the 90s or like the very first Dragon Ball game, but I'm pretty sure I have separated all the ones I haven't played, and these are the ones I have played. Let me just make sure. Yep. Okay, so it's gonna be working obviously S, A, B, C, and D. More than likely there's not gonna be a lot of D tiers, but there's going to be quite a few S tiers because Dragon Ball games are just, but some games aren't very good either, so we'll just see. All right, and I'm gonna be doing this at random just to keep things interesting, okay? So for the first one, just kidding, this one's not gonna be random. This is Super Dragon Ball Heroes. I believe that's the Universe Saga game. I played it on my Switch. I thought it was pretty good, but if you're playing it on the Switch, they kind of just give you all the cards that you ever need up front, and so you're kind of like, I already have all these cards. Do I really need any more? Like, there's no point in buying these bad cards, and so that kind of just ruined the experience for me for the most part. I thought it was fun. I thought maybe if I played it when it first came out, I would have had a much better time with it. But for what it is, it's a pretty good card game. I'm gonna give it, like, I'd say B tier. I think it's a pretty solid game. It's worth checking out when it's on sale and whatnot. It's usually on sale for like $10 or like $5, so you guys can pick it up. Let's do Dragon Ball Budokai. Guys, you guys should have been here when Budokai was hot, bro. Budokai is probably one of the best Dragon Ball games ever created, and that's with its really dated controls. And you know why it's one of the best? Because it has one of the best soundtracks, and it has one of the best story modes. There's cutscenes in that game that still hold up to this day, just because how good the voice acting is. And like the scenes graphics are shit, but they still have so much like emotion, and there's so much like you can just feel what's going on, man. This game is great. It might not hold up as much in gameplay anymore, but the cutscenes, I gotta give it top of B. There's an argument for A, but I just think, like, since it's the very first title, nah, let's put it in A. Fuck it. If you guys get mad, fuck it. A tier for me. I couldn't put it in B. It just made me upset seeing it next to Dragon Ball Heroes, and I did not like this game as much as I wanted to. But I love Budokai. I play it at least every few years just to go through the story mode, because the story mode takes like an hour or two, and then you're done. Or just, guys, just look up the cutscenes on YouTube and you'll see what I'm talking about. But enough about that. Let's go on to the next one. So, Budokai, what is this, collection? I mean, I guess I could just put, nah, I'm gonna put this in the B tier because the Budokai collection, they had to change out the music for Budokai 1 because evidently it was like something to do with plagiarism. I don't remember how far that went through, but it's just a collection. It's HD collection for Budokai 1 and Budokai 3, but without the music for the iconic music for Budokai 1. So I just put it in B tier. It's still two great games, like obviously. Let's see, Raging Blast 2. I just recently played Raging Blast 2. The controls felt kind of weird. I played it on my PS3. I do like the Raging Blast series. I really do. They're good mechanics. It was a good modern Dragon Ball game, so I'll probably just put it in A. Raging Blast 2 definitely still is quite playable. I know there's some people even playing till this day, honestly. And I didn't play it too much because I played the first one a lot more. I had the first one. The second one I kind of just played recently, like just, you know, for like maybe an hour or two, and that's it. I did not like this Galaxy mode at all. I thought the Galaxy mode was trash. Maybe that justified putting it in B tier. Could that? Then again, they tried something new with the story mode. I don't know. We'll put it top of B. Xenoverse 2. Xenoverse 2 is probably an S-rated Dragon Ball game. And it's an S-rated Dragon Ball game because it just captured the fun of Dragon Ball. Plus incorporating, you know, custom characters. And it builds off of the very, very good place that Xenoverse 1, you know, started. Even though Xenoverse 1, you cannot really go back to it because it feels terrible to play after playing Xenoverse 2. But, you know, when Xenoverse 1 just walked, Xenoverse 2 fucking ran. And that's why this game has still more DLC coming out to this day. It's insane. They've been supporting this game since what, 2014? Dude, that's 10 years ago. And they have not said they're not stopping DLC. They literally just came out with another pack, like, what, a month ago? Maybe 2 months ago? This is insane. Obviously, now I think the DLC probably is going to stop soon. But who knows? It's Xenoverse 2. They might support this game till Xenoverse 3 comes out on the PS7 or some shit. I don't know. But all in all, it's a great game. Xenoverse 2 is very fun. It's worth picking up whenever, you know, you can get it on sale for $5. The DLC is like always on sale for like $2, $3, $6. It's a pretty cheap game. So if you guys haven't played Xenoverse 2, I highly recommend Xenoverse 2. Legacy of Goku. I think this is the second one, right? No. This is the very first one. Okay, so Legacy of Goku, the very first one, is bad. It's bad. It's a good attempt. They set it up to be really good, but the mechanics in the game are so frustrating. It's just horrible to play. But don't get me wrong, they tried. They definitely tried. But compared to the other Legacy of Goku games, this one is hot garbage. I would not recommend playing this game unless you really want to just not have fun for like 8 hours. And if that's your life, that's your life. But no, Legacy of Goku 1's trash. There's like, you can't even melee attack in the game because if you do melee attack, the enemies will just hit you, and so the hitboxes are just all the way fucked up. It's just bad. It's really bad. Okay, sorry. I'm sorry for the people that love Legacy of Goku 1, but no. Let's do another GBA game. Dragon Ball Z or Dragon Ball GT Transformations. This game is a beat 'em up to its core, to the T. I remember playing this game back when I had my Game Boy Advance, but I had like this crazy Game Boy game. Like my neighbors, they knew I had a Game Boy Advance, and so they gave me like this game that had like 150 games on it. Obviously nowadays I know it was a hacked ROM or whatever, but when I was a kid, dude, I was like, what the hell? I just got the holy grail of games. I didn't know what the hell to do with it. I wish I still had that to this day. I don't know what happened to it. I swear I kept it by me for a while, and then as soon as I like moved in with my dad like years ago, obviously don't live with him now, but when I moved in when I was a teenager, that shit was just gone. Dude, that freaking cartridge was crazy. It had every single like every single Game Boy Advance game on it, and I got to play Transformations. It's a decent beat 'em up. It's just the game is grindy as hell. Like you have to do so much shit just to unlock a character, and then I swear you have to beat the game like 8 times just to unlock I think it was either Super Saiyan 4 Goku or it was Oob. You have to beat the game so many freaking times, and the game was pretty long. It was like 6 hours. As a kid, that's a long time to just be like on a Game Boy, and you have to beat that game 6-7 times in like in very few settings. Like I don't know. The game, I'll put it above Legacy of Goku because it's a decent beat 'em up, and of course you got to play as you got to play as Super Saiyan 4 Goku, which is always hype, but it's not a very fun game, and the unlockables are not very rewarding, and it's very linear, and it's very like copy paste enemy, same attack, go to the next area, same attack. It's not very good. Okay, anyway, Dragon Ball, we're just getting all the Game Boy games. Dragon Ball Z card collection. This is, I did not play this for real, but I think I had the game. It's had something to do with cards. It was pretty much unplayable, just D tier. Let's do Burst Limit. Burst Limit is definitely an A tier game. Burst Limit is probably honestly better than Budokai 1 in terms of just like the gameplay. The graphics still hold up to this day. They're very good. Like if they came out with a Dragon Ball game that looked like Burst Limit nowadays, no one would complain. The game looks that freaking good. Just look at some gameplay of it. It looks amazing, and it's a PS3 game. They were in their bag on that game. It has very good mechanics. It's very fun. The only shortcoming for this game is that it stopped at the Cell Saga. Why? The Cell Saga ended when this game came out. I think it came out like, I want to say 2009. I think. If you guys know in the comments, let me know. But the Cell Saga ended like 30 years ago, dude. And we're still playing games in the Cell Saga? Or just lead up to the Cell Saga? What are we doing here? Where's Majin Buu? Where's more movie villains? Why is there only like Broly? Unless there's cooler in the game, but I don't know. Why are we stopping at the Cell Saga? Where's the content at, bro? We still had GT. GT ended like what? Like 13 years ago? Like come on, guys. But anyway, this is still like a good game. Like you guys could replay it now. It's just like if you expect this game to be a long one, it's not gonna be a long one, but it's gonna be fun, I guess. And the cutscenes are pretty good too. But I still prefer Budokai 1's cutscenes because the voice acting just to me is better. But these cutscenes are very well animated. No cap. All right, Dragon Ball Sagas. Okay, guys. Sagas is not that bad. It's not that bad. Like as a kid, this game was probably my very first Dragon Ball game. And of course, I know that's like some nostalgia bait. Like, oh, Mr. Wash, you only like this game because it's your very first Dragon Ball game. Blah, blah, blah. You were only 5. Blah, blah, blah. But guys, Dragon Ball Sagas is not horrible. It's just bad or pitiful. It's just bad or pitiful. They tried, and you can see they tried because they had like a whole combo system that I didn't even know existed, even though I was buying the moves. But me as a little kid could not comprehend what X plus Y plus hold X to 5 seconds plus X, Y. I could not pull off these combos. And so I was just mashing X, Y, Y, X. That's all I did. I'm sorry. I did like how transformations worked in this game. Like it was a meter you had to work towards. It made some of the levels a little bit of a drag, but I mean the game was like fun for it was fun for the most part. I beat this game hella times, and then they had Broly in the game, which was like totally unexpected. You know, you got to play as Tien. Wasn't Broly like named something weird? It was like named like Pendulum or something. I forget what he was named, but once you got Broly though, it was GG's. That character was OP as shit. But yeah, Dragon Ball Sagas, I wouldn't recommend playing it, but it's worth knowing. I'd say it was just bad, but it wasn't horrible. I'd rather play Sagas than these games, that's for sure. All right, Super Dragon Ball. This is a game that I've only played a couple times, but I know there's like a good fan base for it, so I'm gonna do y'all the benefit of the doubt and put it in B tier. It was the very, well, I mean, I wouldn't say it was the very first fighting Dragon Ball game, but it was the very like first Dragon Ball game that I believe had actual fighting game mechanics, and people really fucked with that back in the day. Too bad it didn't have any online, because obviously like the limitation of the PS2, I'm pretty sure, is like the PS2 had very limited networking limitations. There's only like a select few games that had any multiplayer, like online multiplayer, and of course that hurt Super Dragon Ball Z. But it gave way to like the more advanced Dragon Ball games, obviously like Fighter Z, that we're probably going to get into soon, or we could do, you know, the next few games. So yeah, I'll put it in the B tier. I have not really played it too much. I played like 1 or 2 matches. I probably should try to play it again, maybe just to see the nostalgia trip. But yeah, I'll just put it in B tier for now. All right, let's do Xenoverse 1. Xenoverse 1 is also, I would say, I'll probably put Xenoverse 1 top, no, right here, in the middle of Raging Blast 2 and Budokai Collection. Xenoverse 1, go to game, that's for sure. But if you go from playing Xenoverse 2 to playing Xenoverse 1 over again, it's like, it's so bad in comparison, and the graphics aren't good. Just the fighting is so clunky. The characters look awful. The story mode was better than Xenoverse 2's story mode, but literally in Xenoverse 2, you could just play Xenoverse 1. There's no point in going back to it. So honestly, I might just put it down here now that I'm thinking about it. If there was like a C plus tier, I would put it there. But Xenoverse 1, thank you for Xenoverse 1. Much appreciated. But you can never go back to playing Xenoverse 1 after playing Xenoverse 2. And everyone knows that. There's just no point. Alright. This is the PSP Dragon Ball game. This game is not horrible either. It's pretty much just Budokai, but on the PSP with the IRL actors. So for that, I'm putting it in C tier. It's still the terrible characters, but just, you know, in a Budokai game. C tier. It's not horrible. I'd rather play it than these games. It's just Budokai. Like, don't hate on it just because of the movie being really bad. It's practically just Budokai. I think this list is missing some games though. I don't see Shin Budokai. Oh, found him. Okay, never mind. Sorry. Okay, let's go Tenkaichi. Tenkaichi 1. Top of C. Tenkaichi 1. Another game that led the ground for the other sequels to very much succeed. Playing Tenkaichi 3 to 2 to 1, is you can obviously see that the game just got much more advanced as the sequels kept coming out, and so they had the groundwork for Tenkaichi 1. Playing Tenkaichi 1 now is really rough. It's just having that same Xenoverse effect, just because the other games are so much better. But it's a nostalgia trip. There's some pretty decent what ifs in the game. It's okay. I wouldn't play Tenkaichi 1 over 2 or 3 like ever. Like, there's reasons to play Tenkaichi 2 over 3. There's reasons to play Tenkaichi 3 over 2. But there's no reason to play Tenkaichi 1 over either one of those two I just mentioned. So we'll put it in C tier. I know some people like this is probably their first Dragon Ball game, and they probably hold it very high because of nostalgia, but I'm putting it in C tier. My cousins had this game. We played it like a few times, and then once I got Tenkaichi 3, we never played it again. All right. Let's talk about Dragon Ball Z Fighters. Dragon Ball Z Fighters, S tier game. Probably the top 3 Dragon Ball games of all time. Top 5, arguably. But I had that backwards. Top 3, arguably. Top 5 Dragon Ball games of all time. Right? I'm sorry, I'm a little zooted. But anyway, Dragon Ball Z Fighters, Z-Man. It's a great game. Terrible. It's bad that I'm terrible at it, and my friends always beat me up in this game. I thought I got the purple rank, and I was that shit. Damn, I was the shit, but I am not that shit. I am just shit. So yeah, I mean I love this game. It's a lot of fun when I get the homies around. I fuck them up in the game. They fuck me up in the game. You know how it go. I would still play it to this day. I still do play it time to time. It's just fun. It's a very solid fighting game, and it was very popular. It succeeded in every space that a Dragon Ball game or a Dragon Ball fighting game needed to succeed, and it's very hype at tournaments. I love watching people play Fighter Z. It's very very fun to watch. So I mean honestly, it's just S tier to me. I don't hold it above Xenoverse 2 just because Xenoverse 2 has been going like a lot longer, and more people I think are playing Xenoverse. Maybe not. I mean, Fighter Z is still quite popular, but I just think Xenoverse 2 is probably more successful in the long run over Fighting Z. Fighter Z was probably successful in the early to mid of its lifespan. Then towards the end, it started like dying off, and now it's just like a consistent fighter, I guess. Not really too much people talk about it anymore because there's so many games coming out. But even still, Fighter Z is a amazing fighting game. Great Dragon Ball game. Let's do Dragon Ball Z Attack of the Saiyans. I only recently played this game. It's a very good RPG. Like I like that. I wish Dragon Ball games had more RPGs. Like that was just like this turn based and more like updated. Cause I'm pretty sure this is the last Dragon Ball RPG type game that we've gotten other than like Kakarot. Tell me if I'm wrong in the comments if that's the case. But yeah, this game is just like a good RPG. I wish it went on longer. If the game was this is a game that could have been to the Cell game and it would have been a perfectly long game. But it only went to Vegeta, and that sucks. That just sucks. So I'll put it at the bottom B. I think that's fair for it. Raging Blast 1. Raging Blast 1 to me is A tier. It's a lot of fun. The story mode was fun. I liked that, I like that characters had like team attacks like Krillin and Goku. Krillin's firing off the Spirit Bomb. The online was pretty good. The what-ifs were amazing. The menu screen was great. Like I think, to me, Raging Blast 1 is better. I know the gameplay in Raging Blast 2 is technically better, but to me, Raging Blast 1 is just better. I just think it's more of a solid Dragon Ball game. Legacy of Goku 2. So instead of going to D tier, I'll put Legacy Goku 2 in probably like C tier. Probably like right here. It was definitely an upgrade for Legacy Goku 1, and it was good, but Boo's Saga is just so much more. Boo's Fury is just so much better. It was maybe it'll be bottom of B. No, I wouldn't hold it better than Xenoverse 1 or Tenkaichi though. Yeah, I'll put it in C. I think this is fine for C. I think this is fine for C. Cause I'm only holding like Xenoverse 1 down here because Xenoverse 2 is just so much better than it, and there's no reason to play Xenoverse 1 literally because you can play it in Xenoverse 2, and Tenkaichi is still a classic Dragon Ball game. Like you can still play even though it feels clunky. Yeah, I'll put it right here. Speaking of which, I just looked at Boo's Fury. Boo's Fury is, I gotta admit, guys, Boo's Fury is such a good GBA Dragon Ball game. It is amazingly good. I actually recommend like playing this game. Like it is quite fun. It's just a good RPG game. You can transform to Super Vegito. You can like go Super Saiyan 3. You can fight Broly in it. You fight Janemba in it. It's a really good GBA game. Like I think I beat this game like twice. It's actually fun, it goes all the way through the Majin Buu saga, and it felt quite long. The dragon, you had to look for the Dragon Balls. That took a while. Like it's a good game. It's really good, and they had good 3D effects for a GBA game. It's definitely worth checking out if you haven't played it. Budokai 3. Budokai 3 is probably top of A. Actually, Budokai 3 is S tier. Budokai 3 is S tier. It completed the formula from Budokai 1 and 2. It has a really good story mode that you can go through each character. Obviously, you know, like Goku through his own story mode, which, you know, is just like his point of view. Go through Vegeta's point of view, Krillin's, Gohan, I think even like Frieza and stuff. Trunks, like it did something different. Like most Dragon Ball games were just going saga to saga, and that's pretty much all we got. This game actually changed it up and changed like how, you know, you see it through different characters' point of view. So it was quite interesting for the story mode. It had, you know, good customization for the characters. The mechanics, like I said, were very good. The gameplay was completely solid. It had what if characters. Like, it was a really, really good game, and that's why it got, you know, its remake. I think in like 2010. I think that's when this game came out. Maybe after that. Maybe it was like 2011. I don't know, guys. I don't remember. But it's still a really good game. You can play this game nowadays, like with some buddies and whatnot. Tenkaichi 2. Tenkaichi 2 is definitely a A-tier game. It's pretty much Tenkaichi 3, but the story mode is long as hell. That story mode took me, I'm pretty sure, like 70 hours. I'm quite sure the last time I saw it, which of course is years ago, but when I saw time completed, it says 70 hours, because they go through every, and I mean every single battle in Dragon Ball that you can think of. It's insane. You will fight forever, man. There's so many different Dragon Ball fights in that one game, bro. The story mode was crazy long, and it was like a little bit of a RPG, because, you know, they gave you like level ups and stats, and you had like team building. It's quite good. Like, you know, it's a good Tenkaichi game. It's so much better than the first one. So much better. Big step up, and that's why we got Tenkaichi 3. Infinite World. Infinite World. Infinite World is just weird, because I put it right here. Infinite World is just weird because it came out at a really awkward time. It came out when the PS3 was already like out and available, like years after it was out and available. And so why are we getting this random ass PS2 game? Like, they must have been like working on it for a minute, and the game was, it was cool. The story mode was really good, but it just came out at such an awkward time. It kind of just, like, it wasn't a very successful game, and I only played it a little bit, and it's just like I kind of would rather play Budokai 3 just because I enjoyed it more. But but Infinite World's like gameplay is technically better. It's a good game. Like, I know that it has its diehard fans that are like played it and say it's better than Budokai 3, and that's fine. That's fine if it's like fundamentally better than Budokai 3. But in my opinion, I just liked Budokai 3 more. Dragon Ball Z Fusions. Dragon Ball Z Fusions is, I say, A tier DS game. It's very good. It's very fun. You just get random fusions, get to do whatever the fuck you want in that game. It's very good. Pretty simple and sweet. What is this? I don't know what game this is, so let's put this down here. I think I might have to move some of these. Sorry, guys. My bad, y'all. Okay, I think we're good. Nope. Nope. Is it? Yeah. Sorry, guys. Okay, I think we're good. Yep. Okay, cool. And the list is almost done. All right. Dragon Ball Z, or Dragon Ball Piccolo's Revenge. Piccolo's Revenge, B tier game, I would say. It's just like a, I'll put it right above. I'll put it right here. It's a fun Dragon Ball game, and Dragon Ball games don't really, well, Dragon Ball, not Z or not Super, or GT, just Dragon Ball. It doesn't get much representation in like any of the Dragon Ball games or media or anything. Like, we're lucky just to get Kid Goku as like a character in Sparking Zero, and that's probably all the Dragon Ball representation we're gonna get until maybe like some DLC drops, which I'm totally fine with paying for, you know, some Dragon Ball characters. Like I love Dragon Ball. I'll pay so many money or so many dollars for just to play as a Kid Krillin. You know, I'm a Krillin stan. But I would love to play as, you know, young Piccolo. You know, I would love to play as a different version of Roshi, Grandpa Gohan, Tambourine. You know, just like there's like characters in Dragon Ball. Another version of Tien, Yamcha, like, you know, just some stuff. There's some stuff there to, you know, see. But this game is just a pretty fair, just simple beat 'em up. But it's like updated. It's decently fun. Like I say you give it a little playthrough. It's decently fun. Maybe I should move it like here. Supersonic Warriors. This is a GBA game. This game is good. It has a lot of fans. Probably above here. It's getting good. They have a lot of fans, but it's just, I don't know how to feel about Supersonic Warriors. Like it's just limited by the, you know, console's limitations. And it had good like story mode and everything. Like the gameplay is pretty good, I guess. But I don't know. I just don't get the real point of this game. Sorry. I just don't get the real point of this game. Alright, what's next? Since we did Sparking or Supersonic Warriors, let's just do the second one. Just get it out of the way. So we can just put it above the first one. That's pretty much what it is. It's just an upgrade, really. I know I probably just made so many people mad. Dokkan Battle. This is a personal favorite of mine. I'm not gonna lie. Dokkan Battle is really fun. It's just really simple. You know, it's been out since like 2020, like 14 or 15. It's another game, just a gacha game. It's simple and easy. Cards are really nice. Like, I haven't spent money on this game since like 2018, and I played the game just fine. You know, my Dokkan list is stacked. I got like 1,200 cards or something. I think 1,200. Maybe I have less, but I have so many cards in this game. I'm a long time Dokkan player, so that's probably me just being like, you know, cheesy and just putting this high because I love it so much. But I play Dokkan Battle to this day. If I'm just bored at work or just so on my bed, let me just load up some cards. Let me just, you know, farm out these medals. You know, just play some events. Let me just go summon real quick. You know, it's just a fun game to open up. And since we put Dokkan Battle there, let's put Legends right beside it. Legends is a lot of fun too. It's it's honestly a perfect mobile game for Dragon Ball. Like, I don't think we'll get a better fighting game for Dragon Ball other than this game. It's easily playable. You know, there's so many different characters and cards. You know, you could play with different. I know there's a little bit of a power creep because some people just have so much money to shell out and they'll pay to upgrade their characters to the max, so they get like super like a whole bunch of dupes in one character and just kind of farm people in ranked and shit, or in PvP and shit, and it can make the game a little bit frustrating. But if you're just playing like casually, like, you know, just casual matches or just playing story mode or events, it's a fun game to play. And I'll put it right beside Dokkan Battle. I do not know this game, sorry. Connect. Oh, you had something here. You had something here, but you had to fuck it up. This is why we can't get any Dragon Ball VR games. And for the love of God, I really want to play a Dragon Ball VR game. I would love that. I really would love to play a actual licensed Dragon Ball VR game because I love VR games. The Attack on Titan game is a lot of fun. I would love to play a Dragon Ball game, but because of this fucking mess, we'll never get another Dragon Ball VR game. At least not for a while. And it's been a while. And I'm still waiting. Okay. Battle of Z. Battle of Z. Probably right here. I did not like playing Battle of Z. Let's be honest. I don't like the mechanics in the game. I know there's a lot of people that like this game, but I did not like it. This game came out during the hype of once Dragon Ball started getting into the Super era, but it wasn't officially the Super era, so they just were still a part of Z. So this is like right after like the Beerus movie came out. So Dragon Ball's Dragon Ball's like strongest form for Goku was Super Saiyan God at the time. So that was the biggest hype. That was the biggest selling point, was, you know, Dragon Ball. Damn, why I keep saying Dragon Ball? Super Saiyan God Goku versus Beerus was like the main selling point of this game, and it's just, this game has aged. There was a cool DLC that added like a Naruto skin to Dragon Ball, or why I keep saying Dragon Ball to Goku, because in Ninja Storm 2, Naruto also had a skin that was like, or it wasn't Ninja Storm 2, it was Ninja Storm 3. He had a skin that was also similar to Goku, so they kind of just swapped like costumes pretty much, and that's cool. But the gameplay, this game was still kind of ass. I did not enjoy this game, guys. Sorry. I know people liked it. I did not enjoy it. I played it on my PS Vita. I did not like it. Tenkaichi Tag Team. Tenkaichi Tag Team is a very, very good Dragon Ball game. It's very, very good. It's practically the best of Tenkaichi, so meaning 3, on a PSP. The only flaw to this game is that there was no GT characters. It just went up to the Majin Buu saga and it had like some movie characters, but the game was very good. I used to play this game multiplayer. It worked all the time whenever I played on multiplayer with my buddies. It was very, very good. It's very fun. It's a really good PSP game. It's worth playing nowadays still. Like it's very fun. So if you're like just on the road and you're just like itching to play like a Dragon Ball game, put it on a PSP, you know, emulate it, do anything, guys. It's pretty fun. Just like throw down in this game. I need to get rid of these two. So Shin Budokai 1. Maybe top of B, or I'm sorry, not top of B, bottom of B. Actually, probably like right here. It's a good game. It was Budokai, but Budokai Another Road, just better. I think it's just better. Should it be? I don't think it's better than Radiant Blast 2. We'll put it right here. I think this is a good spot for it. It's just an upgrade. Like these two. Where is it? Where is it? Where'd it go? Oh, literally right in front of me. It's practically just an upgrade. Like it practically is. Just Budokai on PSP. But better than the IRL movie. All right, Ultimate Tenkaichi. Blah. This game is trash. I don't know why. Okay, let's be fair. It's probably top of trash. I don't know why they thought that the rock paper scissors mechanic and other Dragon Ball games that are just like a little mini game could be a full-fledged game. The biggest selling point of this game is that you could create a custom character, and people thought that after this game, we were never going to get that concept ever again because of how trash this game was. Ultimate Tenkaichi was so bad. It's had a good story mode, a pretty decent story mode, but gameplay wise, god awful. I don't know what they were smoking when they thought this would be a good idea. It literally just had to be like a Raging Blast game again, or it just had to be like a Budokai or like updated burst limit. It could have been any of those things with a character creation shit, and it would have been probably like another top 5, top 10 game. Could have introduced like, you know, the custom creator character shit. But no, this game is god awful. I would not recommend playing this game, even just to have fun. The character creator was very dull. Like, there's very few options because it's their very first character creator. The gameplay was terrible. The characters, they had a lot of characters, but it's just like it's so bad, dude. It's so bad. 2 more. Dragon Ball Taiketsu. If you guys ever played this game, if you guys ever played this game, this is the worst Dragon Ball game you could ever touch. Maybe one of these games is like worse than it, but I would not know. I think this is Final Bout. You know, I'll put, if this is Final Bout, I'm gonna put it in C tier. Or actually, put it right here. Final Bout is awful. It's a really bad Dragon Ball game, but it's the first Dragon Ball game that had like what came to the US, so I respect it for that. And it was good at the time, but if you play it nowadays, it's horrible. Anyway, back I was saying, Taiketsu, one of the worst Dragon Ball games you could ever touch. Just look up gameplay of it, watch 5 seconds of it, and that's all you're getting. Turn it off. You don't need to torture yourself. At least like Ultimate Tenkaichi was flashy. This game is just god awful. It was a GBA game, god awful. And you guys know, I had to save Tenkaichi 3 for last, you know. Tenkaichi 3. Do I even have to say it? I'm just kidding. Tenkaichi 3. Best Dragon Ball game of all time. Now, does it have to go without saying, like, it had the highest roster of all time for Dragon Ball games to this date currently, because Sparking Zero has not released yet. But once Sparking Zero comes out, then Sparking Zero is going to take over this whole list. Tenkaichi 3, literally the most perfect Dragon Ball game that you could ever like play. To me personally, it captures a lot of the Dragon Ball characters perfectly. Even though there's like some, you know, there's some like, it gets some bad press because of how it copies a lot of kits onto another characters. Like, you know, like Frieza Soldier will have like the same kit as like Kui or something, or like everybody has like full power energy wave, you know. But this game is amazing. Story mode, you can finish at quite a good pace. Like it doesn't skip like any like important part. It skips like very few like, you know, non-important fights. But it gave you like like all of the Dragon Ball story, even to like Dragon Ball, like the OG stuff. It had like the movie saga, it had GT, and the mod for Tenkaichi 4 is like a mod of Tenkaichi 3. So I mean, in a sense, you know, Tenkaichi 3 did a lot, you know. Have you guys ever like had times with like your cousins or your friends just come over and play this Dragon Ball game, dude? It was great times. Like, Tenkaichi 3 is an amazing game. You can still play it to this day. People are obviously not gonna play it that much when Sparking Zero comes out, because it's just Sparking Zero is just gonna have the Xenoverse effect. it's just gonna be an updated, upgraded Tenkaichi. Of course, like, the mechanics are not gonna be 100% the same, but they are quite similar games. And Tenkaichi 3 is leading, you know, the charge for Sparking Zero to like excel, because Sparking Zero is probably gonna be the top selling anime game of all time. I swear these words are 100% confirmed. Like, Dragon Ball Z Sparking Zero is gonna be the top selling anime game of all time. I know for a fact. It might even hit like 1 million people on Steam. And that's crazy. I know that's kind of crazy. I know Black Myth Wukong just did like 2.5 million at its highest, I think. Let me look. Let me just look. Black Myth Wukong. 66,000. I don't know how to. Okay, sorry guys. But even still, right now, Black Myth Wukong is a single player game, still has 66,000 people, you know, playing it. Dragon Ball Sparking Zero. It's gonna be an insane game, guys. I hope I see you guys in the matches. I hope you guys play my custom stories, because I'm just giving you a little bit of a hint. It's gonna be about my, favorite character of all time. It's not much of a hint. It's gonna be about Krillin. It's gonna be about Krillin. Like, what if Goku didn't survive the Raditz fight? Oh, what am I saying? What if Goku? I'm sorry. What if Goku and Piccolo died during the Raditz fight? That's what I meant to say. Sorry, guys. How would that change everything? It'll be pretty crazy, right? So I'll just see like how that goes out. I hope you guys like the idea. I'll probably do like more stuff like, like about Tien, or maybe like a story about like Jiren, or like Perfect Cell. Just some random stuff, that's like, it's gonna be so much fun playing people's custom stories. Might even do one about Oob and him just being a better fighter. But anyway, that is my tier list, guys. I hope you guys enjoyed. Sorry I didn't like know every single game. It was just like, I have not played any real games that have been outside the US. I'm sorry about that, guys. But these are all games that I have either, played completely, or I've like touched it. I shouldn't say touch. I have like came across sometimes. So yeah, I kind of agree with this tier list. This tier list is looking good to me. So anyway, guys, thank you for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed. If you guys think my tier list is trash, just let me know. Just say you're trash, Mr. Wash. I promise you, I'll only get a little bit mad. So anyway, I'll see you guys later, and thanks for watching the video. Peace.